In the turbulent streets of late 1990s and early 2000s Melbourne, one name stood out amidst the chaos: Andrew Veniamin. His involvement in the city's brutal gang wars sent shockwaves through the criminal underworld. Let's explore the life of Australia's most notorious hitman, whose actions defined an era of violence and intrigue that still reverberates today. Born on November 16, 1975, in Sunshine, Melbourne, Andrew Veniamin's childhood unfolded in a suburban setting that belied the darkness lurking beneath. Raised in a working-class family, he attended St. Andrew's Greek Orthodox Church, where he served as an altar boy, a role that initially hinted at a more innocent path. However, the streets of Sunshine soon beckoned with their allure. Despite his church involvement, Veniamin's adolescence was marked by a growing fascination with the underworld. His neighborhood, known for its tough reputation, provided a fertile ground for early brushes with delinquency. By his teenage years, Veniamin's trajectory was set on a collision course with crime. He began to drift away from conventional pursuits, instead gravitating towards a life that offered excitement and quick gains. This dichotomy between church rituals and street hustle shaped Veniamin's formative years. It was a period where youthful exuberance clashed with the allure of easy money and street credibility. During his teenage years, Andrew Veniamin's life took a darker turn as he became involved in the world of crime. Despite his early promise as an amateur boxer, which earned him a spot on the state team, Veniamin began to see crime as a quicker path to recognition and wealth. His athleticism and aggression in the ring caught the eye of Olympic boxing coach Bo Garing, who initially praised his potential. However, behind the scenes, Veniamin's activities were drawing attention from law enforcement. At just 17, he and his friends were involved in an armed robbery, where they ambushed a cigarette delivery truck in West Sunshine. The heist, which netted them over $228,000 worth of cigarettes, quickly escalated into a serious criminal offense. Veniamin was arrested shortly after, refusing to cooperate with authorities or reveal his accomplices. Veniamin's transition from petty crime to becoming a key player in Melbourne's criminal underworld was marked by his affiliation with the notorious Sunshine crew. After his early brush with the law as a teenager, Veniamin entrenched himself further in criminal activities, affiliating with this gang renowned for its ruthless reputation in Melbourne's western suburbs during the 1990s. The Sunshine crew was infamous for their volatile nature and aggressive approach. It provided Veniamin with the opportunity to escalate his criminal endeavors. What started as minor offenses quickly evolved into more serious activities. Veniamin's strategic mind and willingness to take risks made him a valuable asset within the crew, earning him respect and fear in equal measure. His involvement in various illegal activities expanded rapidly. Veniamin became a central figure in the gang's operations. Despite frequent brushes with law enforcement, Veniamin's stature within the Sunshine crew continued to grow. He became a prime suspect whenever a high-profile crime occurred in the area, cementing his reputation as a formidable figure in Melbourne's criminal landscape. One of Veniamin's primary activities was auto theft, a lucrative venture that capitalized on his early experiences in car rebirthing. This practice involved stealing cars and altering their identities, making them difficult to trace, a skill he honed since his teenage years. Working with accomplices and utilizing networks of tow truck drivers, Veniamin facilitated the theft and reselling of vehicles, evading law enforcement and profiting substantially from the illicit trade. In addition to auto theft, Veniamin dabbled extensively in drug trafficking. His operations encompassed a range of substances, including marijuana, ecstasy, steroids, and speed. These ventures fueled his financial gains and solidified his connections within Melbourne's drug trade network. Veniamin's strategic alliances and aggressive business tactics made him a pivotal player in the distribution and sale of illicit substances across the city. Beyond these activities, Veniamin's criminal portfolio expanded to include extortion, violent intimidation, and other illicit schemes. His willingness to engage in ruthless tactics earned him both fear and respect among his peers in the criminal underworld, further enhancing his status as a prominent figure in Melbourne's crime scene. During the late 1990s and early 2000s, Andrew Veniamin's transition into becoming a hitman marked a pivotal and chilling chapter in his criminal career. Fueled by ambition and a desire for greater power, Veniamin made a calculated decision to expand his criminal repertoire beyond traditional illicit enterprises. The shift towards contract killings was not merely a career move, but a strategic calculation to elevate his status within Melbourne's underworld hierarchy. Veniamin's reputation for ruthlessness and fearlessness made him an attractive candidate for those seeking to eliminate rivals or settle disputes through violent means. His background in organized crime provided the necessary connections and resources to facilitate such operations discreetly. Veniamin's decision to embrace the role of a hitman was driven by a combination of factors, including financial gain, power dynamics within criminal networks, and a penchant for violence. He became increasingly entangled in Melbourne's notorious gangland wars, where rival factions vied for control over lucrative criminal enterprises. One of the most infamous incidents linked to Veniamin was the assassination of Graham Kinniburgh, a prominent figure in Melbourne's criminal circles, in December 2003. Kinniburgh, known as the Munster, was gunned down outside his home in Kew, a brazen attack that sent shockwaves through the city. While Veniamin was suspected of involvement, he was never officially charged for this crime. Another notable case was the murder of Victor Pearce, also known as the Russian, in Port Melbourne. Pearce, a key player in Melbourne's drug trade, was ambushed and fatally shot while sitting in his car. Veniamin's alleged role in Pearce's assassination further underscored his reputation as a ruthless enforcer, willing to eliminate rivals to maintain control and dominance within the criminal underworld. Veniamin's involvement in these high-profile crimes highlighted his strategic alliances and calculated approach to eliminating threats and settling scores. His ability to evade capture, despite widespread suspicion and police scrutiny, spoke to his cunning and ability to operate under the radar. Ultimately, Veniamin's career as a hitman was defined by violence, intrigue, and a relentless pursuit of power. His story serves as a stark reminder of the dark underbelly of organized crime, where loyalty is fleeting and betrayal often comes at a deadly cost. Conflict and betrayal. Andrew Veniamin's journey through Melbourne's underworld was fraught with internal strife and escalating tensions within the Sunshine Crew, the gang he aligned himself with. As he rose in prominence as a hitman and enforcer, so did the rivalries and power struggles that defined the criminal landscape of the time. Within the Sunshine Crew, personal disputes and conflicting ambitions often led to betrayal and violence. Veniamin's close relationships with figures like Carl Williams and other key players in the drug trade became both assets and liabilities. Loyalties were tested, alliances forged and broken, as each member sought to carve out their place in the lucrative but perilous criminal world. The underworld conflicts extended beyond personal vendettas to include territorial disputes and power plays among rival gangs and factions. Melbourne's gangland wars of the 1990s and early 2000s were characterized by brazen acts of violence, retaliatory killings, and strategic maneuvers to control lucrative criminal enterprises. Veniamin navigated this volatile environment with a mix of cunning and brutality, often finding himself at the center of these conflicts. His involvement in multiple high-profile murders and assassinations underscored his willingness to use violence as a means of asserting dominance and settling scores. His close association with figures like Dino Dibra, whom he considered a friend-turned-rival, underscored the fragility of alliances in the criminal fraternity. Dybra's execution outside his home in Sunshine West in 2000 was believed to be a culmination of simmering tensions and personal disputes within the Sunshine crew. Veniamin's alleged involvement in the murders of Dybra and others suggested a pattern of settling scores and eliminating perceived threats. These acts of violence were not merely about business, they were personal vendettas that escalated into deadly conflicts. The underworld's code of loyalty was repeatedly tested as alliances shifted and betrayal became commonplace. Veniamin's role in these vendettas highlighted the ruthless nature of Melbourne's gangland wars, where personal grievances often dictated actions more than strategic considerations. In the eyes of law enforcement, Andrew Veniamin was a shadowy figure, evading capture while continuing to wield influence in Melbourne's criminal underworld. Police efforts to apprehend him were relentless, marked by extensive surveillance and legal maneuvers to gather evidence against him. Veniamin's notoriety grew as authorities linked him to multiple high-profile crimes, from drug trafficking to murder, intensifying their pursuit. The final confrontation that sealed Veniamin's fate occurred at the Lella restaurant in Carlton on March 23, 2004. What started as a seemingly routine meeting escalated into a deadly altercation. Reports suggest a heated argument ensued, leading to a physical struggle and gunshots fired in self-defense by Dominic Mick Gatto, another notorious figure in Melbourne's underworld. Veniamin, known for his unpredictable nature and involvement in numerous violent acts, met his end at just 28 years old. This fatal encounter marked the culmination of years of police efforts to curb Veniamin's criminal activities. Despite his formidable reputation and ability to evade capture for extended periods, the relentless pursuit by law enforcement eventually caught up with him. The Lella restaurant incident underscored the risks inherent in a life of crime, where violence and retribution were constant companions. Veniamin's downfall ended his life and brought closure to a chapter of Melbourne's gangland history, characterized by brutality and intrigue. Legacy and impact. Andrew Veniamin's legacy continues to cast a long shadow over Melbourne's criminal history. His life and actions left an indelible mark on the city's underworld, shaping its evolution through a period marked by violence and intrigue. Veniamin's notoriety stemmed from his involvement in high-profile crimes and his role as a feared enforcer within the Sunshine crew. Beyond the criminal realm, Veniamin's story remains a subject of fascination in media portrayals, books, and documentaries exploring Melbourne's gangland era. His persona, characterized by ruthless ambition and tragic downfall, serves as a cautionary tale of the dangers inherent in a life of crime. The enduring legacy of Andrew Veniamin underscores the complexities of Melbourne's criminal landscape during his time and its ongoing cultural impact. His name continues to evoke curiosity and debate, highlighting the enduring fascination with figures who operate on the fringes of society, navigating a dangerous and often deadly path. What do you think about Andrew Veniamin's impact on Melbourne's underworld? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Remember to like, share, and subscribe for more intriguing insights into true crime stories like this. Hit the notification bell to stay updated with our latest uploads.